Hello there. All right, this is another video from the Filmy Cut about family business. This is the Birla family business empire. It seems like there are a lot of empires, but the benefit is they're good.
Hello and welcome to TFC. I'm Naveen. This time we will start our journey on a camel, riding along in the hot desert of Rajasthan. We have now reached this house called as Birla Haveli. This is the house from where it all began. A journey of one of Asia's richest business families, the Birlas. The business empire was started by a small cotton trader, Shiv Narayan Birla, way back in 1860s. Now, the Birla Group has transformed into multiple companies.
See, it's funny how it always starts with one thing that everybody needs. You start with one thing, you supply the route. As long as I bet he controlled the route. He had a supply line, a supply chain, and made his empire off of that. And of course, as he grew, he ends up getting more companies.
Located in over 35 countries and together has more employees than multinational companies like Apple, Johnson & Johnson or Airbus. Let's take a journey across the world and see the massive business empire of Birla family's biggest company, the Aditya Birla Group. We will start our journey from North America. In Canada, the group owns pulp mills in Ontario and New Brunswick. In New Brunswick, the Birla Group is also the largest employer of the region. Aditya Birla Group is also world's biggest manufacturer of carbon black, a material used in tires and inks, and owns carbon black manufacturing plants located in Ontario, Canada, and in US. They own manufacturing units in Kansas, Louisiana, and a technology center in Georgia. The group also owns aluminum rolling company Novelis, located in Atlanta, Georgia, and operates one of world's largest aluminum can recycling plant in Kentucky, and also operates another plant in West Virginia. Aditya Birla Group has also recently purchased Ohio-based aluminum company Aleris for $2.6 billion that operates 9 manufacturing plants all around America. Now, Aditya Birla Group has become world's second largest aluminum company and employs over 12,000 people just in North America. 2 times more than how many people Johnson & Johnson employs in India. Now let's travel to South America and reach the football crazy nation, Brazil. Here, Birlas own carbon manufacturing plants in Bahia and Sao Paulo. They also own aluminum plants in Utinga and a large integrated recycling facility in Sao Paulo. From South America, let's travel to Africa. Birla Group operates a carbon black manufacturing plant in Alexandria, Egypt, and in Cameroon.
Yes, you start from something small and you grow into this massive empire. How is it they make all like one thing you see, and I'm gonna always address it to film because film is what I know. Hollywood, especially like Disney's crashing and burning via all their choices they're making, everything they're doing. It was bought out basically. It's owned by corporations now, and corporations just think of the bottom dollar. They don't think about creativity or anything like that. So there is no real plan for what the product actually offers. There's nothing there. And when it comes to like things like film, there's a product that needs to be offered. There's always this big blockbuster, like for those fast, overly ridiculous movies that everyone if you turn off your brain, you have a good time with them. But then there's also those that need to be, they're low budget, they're absolutely enjoyable. The Sisu, the John Wicks. When you put all your eggs into those superhero baskets, which everyone's gotten tired of, it's literally just going to crash and burn. Or you just you bought out IPs because you had the money to, and then you destroyed them via no real direction and, well, politics. So it's like you have to always think in mind, like this right here, they thought, oh, we can offer this to this area here. We can provide this function to this here. That's how you create a business. That's how you grow. As long as you're doing something that offers something. It seems like a lot of things, forget that. Forget that it's not about the company. It's about the location. What I know, like, what was it? There were, this has been several businesses were shut down. Like Amazon was gonna build a company in like a small area, and it was picketed against, and those thousands of job opportunities didn't go to that small area. They ended up going to a completely different location, and that area lost out on thousands of jobs. Yes, there are positives and negatives to everything like that, but still, it's just you got to always think about so it's not only the place that needs it, are the people smart enough to realize the benefit that comes from something like that. And yeah, I mean, how do you fight against the negativity when people just vote against? But honestly, it seems like if it doesn't work there, let's go to another nation. They will accept it. And like, that's why you end up everywhere, because there's locations willing to help out, willing to do like the aluminum can recycling. You can get that everywhere. But they put it in a place which is heavily invested in recycling, which probably made it easier for them. The U.S. is, so honestly, if they put plants in other locations, it would probably add to the recycling. That's one of the things. If it's, to quote Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come.
The company plans to jointly build a $6 billion bauxite mining and refinery project. Moving to Europe, we will now travel to the land of the midnight sun, Sweden. Here, Aditya Birla Group owns a massive biorefinery factory. It also operates carbon black manufacturing plants in Spain, Italy, and Hungary. The group also operates aluminium factories in UK, Germany,
more
and
aluminum
Belgium.
factories.
After visiting 4 continents, we will reach Asia and will land in the picturesque Philippines. Here, the group owns the largest textile mill of Philippines and also operates a chemical factory located south of Manila. Moving to Thailand, the group owns Thai Acrylic Fiber, the world's 5th largest acrylic fiber manufacturer, and a listed company, Thai Rayon. Moreover, in Thailand, the group also operates 5 chemical manufacturing facilities and 1 hydrogen peroxide unit. Moving ahead, the group owns pulp and plantation interests in Laos, a commodity trading company in Singapore. In Indonesia, the group conducts limestone exploration and also operates a textile factory, which is the world's largest producer of viscose rayon and aluminium plants in
Again,
Vietnam,
another aluminum.
Korea, and China.
All the aluminum.
As we have reached China, let's travel to the city of Jinjin. Here, Aditya Birla Group has recently inaugurated a greenfield carbon black manufacturing unit. The group also operates a viscose fiber manufacturing plant in central China and also operates 3 aluminium plants in the region. Moving to UAE, the group owns Dubai-based Star Cement Company limestone mines in UAE and also operates a cement company in Sri Lanka. Moreover, the group's clothing brand Louis Philippe is also gaining popularity in Middle East, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. After our world tour, we have finally reached India. Here, Aditya Birla Group jointly owns India's largest and world's 2nd largest mobile telecommunication network, Vodafone Idea. It also owns Ultratech Cement, the largest manufacturer.
Gosh, one thing I gotta say, I always wondered, why isn't a mobile network available around the globe? It's always available in that area, maybe a little bit out, or if you pay extra. I've always been curious, what limits that? I know it has to do with the infrastructure that's built in, but it seems like all infrastructure uses each other's infrastructure. You're basically paying for, because the way the satellites, the towers are built, everyone utilizes the same towers. That way there's not like 20 towers in one spot. They're all just piggyback off of each other's towers. So why? I mean, I'm sure there's a logistical standpoint, or what is it? Control to control the what's being spoken about. You can control what's being said when well, imagine if one person had full control over the entire world's communications. So yeah, I could see the issue. Never mind, I could see the issue why they don't want it. Why it's just like the U.S. has their own, Europe has their own, India has their own, China's completely blacked out from the rest of the world. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Manufacturer of cement in India, and also operates India's largest fashion company that sells 3 garments every second. The group owns clothing retail chain Pantaloons and popular brands like Louis.
They sell 3 Is the quality good? I mean, I do have one. My friend got it from India, and it's actually one of the nicest shirts. It's the thickest shirt. It's a button down, and it was nice. It was incredible. It is incredibly nice. I need to find it. But yeah, I mean, I was thinking it was gonna, because he got it for cheap, incredibly cheap, and I was thinking it was gonna be cheap, but it wasn't. So is the quality, medium quality, high quality? Like, I'm curious on what the standard of mine was. He didn't tell me, but I'm assuming it was probably just considered low quality. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, a low quality. Yeah, but I thought it was higher than what I got here, because it's still, I've had it for like what, 10? I was in college when I got it, so probably about 12 years. Yeah, I got it 10 years ago, something like that. And it's still incredibly nice. So what is the quality? Why do they sell so much?
Philip, Alan Solly, Peter England, and operates over 4,000 department stores and 2,500 brand outlets across the country. The group also owns Hindalco, the world's
another
largest
aluminum
rolling company, a mega greenfield copper smelting complex, a 75 megawatt windmill project, India's largest iron ore mining company.
I'm surprised they haven't built dams. I mean, that's one way to get perpetual energy. Wind is iffy. Solar is, I mean, the hydro energy is one of the most beneficial still. Well, nuclear, I think, is the fusion is the cleanest, other than the isotope that needs to be launched into the sun afterwards. But yeah, it's surprising how clean nuclear energy actually is. So hydro is, I think, the most consistent, because water is consistently running, consistently flowing. It's consistently there. Wind blows, but it doesn't blow at the right speed to keep the propellers flowing at the right motion. The sun as well, it does. You got to keep the solar panels clean. Yes, you got to make sure everything on the hydro, the dams the infrastructure stays all. So, but I'm curious. I'm curious why dams seem to have gotten pushed to the side. Maybe because it's seen as older, but I'm curious as to why.
India's largest private sector fertilizer company. The group also operates chemical plants, digital bank, e-commerce sites, one of the largest mutual fund and insurance company. The other members of Birla family own one of India's largest newspaper, Hindustan Times, India's largest ceiling fans and home appliances company, Orient Electric, Century Textile, one of the oldest textile mills in India. And they also own the famous automobile company Hindustan Motors. Hindustan Motors once was India's largest car manufacturer and used to manufacture one of the highest selling car in India called Ambassador. Birla family has not only founded massive companies, they have also built various institutions and landmarks that include libraries, planetariums, university, technology and science institutes, research institutes, textile institutes, Birla House or Gandhi Smriti, and over 15 temples that include Delhi's landmark Lakshmi Narayan Temple. The family operates over 20 hospitals and conducts 5,000 free medical camps every year in rural India. The Birla family also runs over 56 schools and provides free education to over 20,000 children every year. To end it all, I can only say that from this rustic house in a small town, the Birla family has certainly created a massive business empire.
Yeah, clearly. Let's just leave it right there. Yeah, so I always like hearing at the very end, because in the beginning, if you've seen Tata just like I was always like, okay, where's it going to get into the dirt? Where's it going to get into the dirt? Where's it going to get into the dirt? It's nice because they always give back. I'm curious if they because they were talking about how they created a few things. Are those a few of those things trade schools? Because there was one where I was talking about the manufacturing. So I was wondering if that was like a trade school. Because honestly, one thing that has been a staple for businesses, huge empires, as they use the word, is creating jobs or learning structures that create people to work jobs that they need them to. Like, what was it, JD Rockefeller, that basically pushed for the U.S. educational system that is designed to not really teach people what the world is like, just to give people enough knowledge to know how to read, how to write, so that way they can know how to do the job that they're told to do. A simple amount of reasonable skills, nothing that really that's how people end up with massive amounts of debt, not understanding how all that inflation works, all the what kind of no one knows what credit is. It seems like most of the people I knew growing up had no concept of what credit score was, or a credit debt was, or so yeah. It's I'm curious if they did that just to have you know what, we need to give back. Let's give people a trade school so that way they can get a career to help us. I mean, that's not wrong. I mean, giving people the ability to, as long as they're good to their employees, which I've had terrible experience with that, as long as they're good with their employees, that's all that really matters. It's about building a relationship with your employees, hearing them out, understanding what the issue is, trying to figure out what works best for them. Because let's face it, until the machines take over the worker's job, you're always going to need workers. I mean, even when the machines take over the worker's job, even now that it's a lot more automated, you still need someone there to make sure the automation runs in tandem with every other automation. If it's off by a millisecond after a week of not being monitored, it would be completely destroying the product that's coming off the assembly line. So it you always need someone present. But yeah, I went off. It's always nice to see what they do at the end. Building universities, donating to hospitals, to schools, a public library. All that stuff is all amazing. I always like seeing the positives that come out of when someone gets to the top and knows it's about the people, not about their bottom dollar. Yeah, there are only more people like more companies like that who understood that it's about the people who give you, who supply. You wouldn't have a business without the people. You wouldn't. It's just how it is. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.